Here's the truth about histamine intolerance. And if you've seen a lot of content recently coming out around histamine intolerance, PMDD, mental and emotional struggles, especially anxiety and depression, all related to histamine intolerance, most people are getting this really wrong, and so let's dive into this. So first of all, if you don't know me, I'm Megan. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner and functional blood chemistry specialist. I work in the holistic health space and have for many years. I've dealt with histamine intolerance issues previously for a really long time, and we deal with a lot of clients. So I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of cases at this point of histamine issues. And here's the thing. Histamine issues largely are not actually histamine issues. And histamine intolerance, while it is a real thing, it is a symptom. And if you only address the symptom, you're really doing yourself a massive disservice here. So if you notice that you're having a lot of histamine issues, and I have some other videos, I'm also working on some other videos on symptoms of histamine issues, mast cell issues, we really need to peel this back. So if someone is having histamine issues, the question should be, why? How and why did this happen? And so a big kind of next layer to dive into this is mast cell issues and mast cell activation syndrome, and or just mast cell dysregulation, chronic dysregulation. And if you don't know anything about mast cells are immune cells that we have in most of our body, throughout our entire body. And stressors of any sort, inside, outside of the body, can turn on mast cells, which, by the way, is what it's supposed to do. The issue comes into play is when we have these chronic stressors and these mast cells become chronically turned on, which means that they are now dysregulated. And when most of our mast cells are dysregulated and chronically turned on, they start producing histamine, which means that there's now an excess of histamine within our body that our body usually cannot handle. Now, if we also have, estrogen dominance, true estrogen dominance that we used a urine or saliva test with, that can exacerbate the histamine issues because histamine and estrogen attach to the same receptor. Now, mast cell issues are also a symptom. If our mast cells are chronically turned on and dysregulated, the question is, what stressor or stressors are chronically turning them on? And if we don't address all of those, we will continue to have these issues. And you can supplement all day long. You can do a low histamine diet or a lower histamine diet or a low oxalate diet all day long, and you are still going to have these issues. So be sure to like and follow along if you're interested in actually healing your body, staying healed, and figuring out the root cause of your issues and healing those so that you can actually heal and you don't have to be on crazy diets or supplements for the rest of your life.